Howdy YouTube. Have no four-wheel drive, haven't for a while now, but I know the issue is the front four-wheel drive actuator. So in this video I'm going to show you how to remove it and replace it. So here we go. Okie dokie. So, for those who don't know, the four-wheel drive actuator diaphragm is under the front here, under the battery. So it's very simple to replace. First off, just need an 8mm. Pop your battery cables off. I just got home, so everything's nice and toasty warm. Probably not the best time to be doing this, but oh well. So what I'm doing is, I think mine might be under warranty, so check that, we're good. I'm taking it out, slapping the battery back in it, going to the parts store because I don't have another vehicle here right now, and then I'll come home, take it all back apart, and continue on filming, showing you how to replace it, put it all back together. Quite simple. So yeah, okay, two 8mm. Battery is disconnected. Now you need an extension and a 13mm. This is for the battery hold down on the back here. I don't have my handle. One Optima battery handle. Oh, it's a bit toasty. Come on, where are you at there? Almost. There we go. Your hand down in there. Pull the rubber block out. Nuts down there on the tray, we'll get that in a minute. Fidget your battery up and out ever so gingerly. There's the nut. Now back in the corner, you won't be able to see it, so here, and a bolt right there, if you can see it. Those are your two bolts to take the tray out. Those two bolts I showed you, we'll pop those out. Should be, yep, 13mm as well. Neighbor's driving around looking at me like I'm an idiot. Joke's on them though, because I am. Bolt's longer than I remember. Come on, there we go. Bolt number one. That one's nice and new because it hadn't been in the vehicle since I bought the vehicle, so I recently put that one in there. Battery was only held in with one bolt and the hold down. so it'd flop around all nice. Not anymore though. And my battery tray has seen better days. I need to get a new one of them eventually. But this one will do. Bolt number 2. One battery tray. What's left of it. Alright, I'll pull you off the tripod again. Right there, this thing is the vacuum diaphragm actuator for the 4-wheel drive. So, first things first, I'm going to try is pull this pin out so we can disengage the cable from it. Then there's 2 bolts on the outside of the inner fender. Right there. 1 and 2. We'll bust loose, take the whole bracket out, and then there's 3 screws, I think, holding the diaphragm to the bracket. So we'll get those out of there and disconnected. So this pin, you just push on it. There's a loop here at the top. If you push on that down, you can disengage it from the cable like so. And 2 and 3. I'm going to see if I can't just take those 3 screws out. Make life easier. Okay, change of plans. I took those 2 bolts out on the wheel well for numerous reasons. A, I can only get 2 to 3 little ones out of there, and B, been having some off and on, just some weird charging tendencies with this thing, and I found a junction box everyone was talking about down here on the core supports below the actuator here, and looking in there, I think I see some corrosion. So pop the, come on, pop the cable, there we go, out of there. Yeah, I don't think that actuator was going to be doing much of anything. So I'll pop that other bolt off. Excuse me. And put the battery back in so I can go to the parts store. But anyway, this junction box, I can see some corrosion in there, so we'll be cleaning that in a jiff. Anyway, so that should help with my charging issue. What little intermittent one there is. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. Put these bolts in the bracket so I don't lose them. And we'll attempt to get this. Oh, much easier when you're not trying to squeeze your hand down in there. Alright, there's one broken actuator. And all it is a plastic housing. It's similar, like a brake can on a semi-truck, I reckon. And there's a diaphragm, a spring inside, and this plate that the spring rides in. And you turn your four-wheel drive on, the vacuum pulls in on this, pulls the cable, actuates your axle up front, and then when you disengage, the vacuum goes away, and the spring is there to make sure it disengages the cable. There's some on Amazon cheap that they reviews say there isn't a spring inside. I don't know about that, but I guess I could see it happen. But anyway, that wasn't doing anything anyway, so we need a new one. No doubt about that. I will keep the little screws just in case they don't give me new ones. Guess I can put that in the R2. And yeah, everything should be good to go for now. Put the battery tray back in, put the battery back in, and then I'll run to the parts store. So for now, that's the intermission of this video. Okie dokie, we're back, folks. Lost the light, obviously, so we're working with flashlights. I do apologize, but that's what happens when fall starts rolling in. Okay, so got my bracket back out, and we've got our new actuator. For those of you looking for a part number, it is a Dorman part number 600-102. Right there. I got it lifetime warranty at AutoZone. So whenever it breaks, take it back, get a new one for free. Which saves you $62 plus tax, I think is what it was. I don't know. It was at least 50 bucks. A lot of money for something very simple. Now there is a AutoZone part, which also is a lifetime warranty, for $45. Yeah, so this is like 60 bucks. That's 45. All I'm doing is mounting this back to the bracket. All I'm doing is putting the actuator on the bracket, 3 screws, 7 millimeters. All right. So, there's my cable. Vacuum hose right here. This vacuum hose in my hand. I don't know if that's any better. I don't know. Anyway, vacuum hose is that's a better vacuum hose right here. Goes on the little thing right there, like so. There was no pipe clamp. I thought about putting a pipe clamp on there, but I think it's fine. Take my 2 bolts out. One and 2. Now shove the hose down in the inner fender well there. The bracket in there. And I'm going to reach into the inner wheel well, shove a bolt through the hole once I find there it is. Boom. Start the first bolt. Enough. Second bolt in the hole and line it up on the bracket. Get her started. Make sure that hose is in there nicely. Not getting stressed or sitting on anything, and take your 13mm and cinch those 2 down. Alright. Pop you off the tripod here for a second. So, there sits your actuator back in its home right here. Now, that's the stub where the male part of your cable goes into. There's a little lip where my fingernail's at that clip snaps into. So, route your cable into the hole, line it up on the actuator, slide that into the bracket, make sure it's snapped in the bracket and it's on the nub of the actuator. Pull the actuator back carefully not to rip anything, and make sure it's hooked into your cable. There we go. Actuator is replaced. Now get this out of the way. Paperwork. Time to slap the battery tray back in her. Like so. I'll put you back in the tripod. Got our bolts for the battery tray, which is good, about wrapped up. And it's starting to rain. So I'm going to make quick work of this and we'll be done. Not putting it in four-wheel drive just yet because the front differential needs changed very badly. It's milky and it's got some metal shavings in it. I've changed the rear before when I did rear brakes. I rebuilt the rear brakes, did new backing plates and everything, and to do the backing plates you gotta pull the axles out of it. And it's a C-clip axle, so I had to open up the differential. Anyway, cinched it down, all nice and good. Same on this side. Take a short intermission here while I clean some battery cables. Clean those cables up a touch. Put the battery back in there. Like so. I'm just going to leave it in here for now. Hook up the positive. I guess I should put the battery holder down on, actually. Sure. Well, I can get my hands in there. Extension 13 mil. Drop her on there. Make sure she slid in there good. And cinch her down. Again, I'd put some anti-seize on that. I already have in the past, that's still good. And the two tray bolts, I'd put some anti-seize on. Just to make your life easier if it ever has to come apart again. Especially like me and live in the Rust Belt. Let's put your positive on. 8mm for your studs there. And your negative. Next. That started. Snugged up nice and good. And here we go. That, my friends, is how you replace four-wheel drive actuator. Pretty simple. If you own one of these, you will have to do it. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and how many times. So, but the good part is, if you get the Dorman or the Duralast at AutoZone or lifetime replacements, so whenever they go bad, you just pop another one in, which is pretty slick. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more. I would truly appreciate it. You can also follow me on social media. It's Facebook, Instagram, both K30Crazy. And as I end all my videos, stay crazy and have a good one, folks.